In the oil-rich heart of Delta State, where the rivers whispered stories older than time, lived a man named Ebiere Tamuno. At 35, Ebiere had everything many men only dreamed of.
Wealth, influence, respect. As an Ijo man from a prominent family, his name carried weight in both business and tradition. His company stretched from Warri to Port Harcourt,
and his lifestyle reflected success in every form. But for all his riches, it was love that truly completed him, or so he thought. 2 years earlier, he had married Tariri, a calm, beautiful Ijo woman of 30. She wasn't loud or flashy, but she had a quiet strength that grounded him. Their wedding had been grand. Traditional drums echoed across the riverbanks. Women danced in colorful wrappers. Elders blessed their union with prayers and libation. And within a year, they welcomed a son, a perfect little boy named Prey. For a while, life was peaceful. Their home in Warri was filled with laughter, soft lullabies, and the promise of forever.
Then came Kuro, Tariere's younger sister.
She arrived one rainy season to help care for the baby. At first, it was innocent. Kuro was lively, everything Tariri wasn't. She laughed louder, spoke freely, moved with a confidence that drew attention. Ebiere noticed. At first, he ignored it. Then he didn't. Late nights turned into conversations. Conversations turned into secrets. Secrets turned into something dangerous, something forbidden. One evening, under the dim glow of the generator-powered lights, Ebiere made a decision that would shatter everything. He called a family meeting. Tariri sat beside him, confused. Kuro stood at a distance, her heart pounding. And then he said it. "I want to marry Kuro." Silence fell like a curse. Tariri's world stopped. Her ears rang as if the river itself had swallowed sound. "You," she whispered. "I love her," Ebiere said, his voice firm but cold. "In our tradition, it is not forbidden. But tradition, as the elders would later say, is not the same as wisdom." The house that once held peace became a battlefield. Tarier's tears turned into anger. Kuro's guilt turned into defiance. And Ebiere stood in the middle, believing he could hold both worlds together. He went ahead with it, against advice, against warnings, against the silent cries of his first wife. Ebiere married Kuro. From the day on, peace left the house. Morning arguments became routine. Tariri refused to speak to Kuro. Kuro refused to show respect. The child, little Prey, grew up surrounded by tension instead of love. Servants whispered, neighbors talked, family elders shook their heads. Food became a weapon. Silence became punishment. Every small issue turned into war. One night, the shouting grew louder than ever. "You stole my husband," Tariri screamed, her voice breaking. "I didn't steal him. He chose me." Kuro fired back. Ebiere stood there, watching the two women he claimed to love tear each other apart. For the first time, his wealth meant nothing. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. But peace never returned. His business began to suffer. Meetings missed. Decisions rushed. Focus lost. At night, when the house finally went quiet, Ebiere would sit alone on his balcony, staring into the dark waters of the Niger Delta. He had everything, yet he had nothing. One evening, his son, now older, walked up to him and asked a simple question. "Daddy, why is Mummy always crying?" That question broke him, because for the first time, he saw the truth clearly. Love had not multiplied, it had divided. And some decisions, no matter how justified they seem in the moment, leave wounds that never truly heal.